Hello and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Man. I'm your host, as always, Dwayne the Captain Coffee, and today, back in the live form of me, we have the first two episodes of Agatha All Along, review of one basically, and my reactions to this new series on the MCU and on Disney Plus. The first two episodes, I've got to admit, I really did enjoy, and I wasn't expecting it to be as good. It was, I wouldn't say it's a slow build, but it was setting things up quite nicely and explaining things quite well. But we'll run down through them anyway. So anyway, for episode 1, it was very true crimes, CSI, I'd say X-Files, but it's not really X-Files, but that sort of true crime, true detective sort of series sort of thing. I really did enjoy it. As like based on WandaVision, something from Danish, and there's like Agatha of Westview and stuff like that. It was really good how it was set and how she was acting and stuff like that sort of thing. It was really, really good. But as we get into it, obviously we see the Jane Doe, and it gives me more questions about what actually happened to Wanda. Like, we know that's Wanda. How they was explaining it, there was loads of references to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Like, obviously you've got this Jane Doe, which is obviously Scarlet Witch, and that obviously gets explained further in the episode. There's another bit as well, bit down the episode where she went about 2 assailants, like left a car and had a crash. Is that Doctor Strange and the other woman that appeared at the end of Doctor Strange? Is that Doctor Strange and American Chavez? Is that Doctor Strange or Wong? There's just so many different things to say. Look, something happened in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Now she's appeared, like, crushed and dead. What the hell's going off, sort of thing. So there's loads of different references and stuff, and all throughout the episode as well. Like the cop at the beginning, like, say, "Oh, Agnes, what are you doing here?" sort of thing. The chief is just like throwing out these different references. There's an agent, supposed to be like an FBI agent. She comes and she's like throwing out all these different, like, do you really want to be like this? Why are you like acting like this? Because this isn't you, sort of thing. Which is really, really good in that lot. And just throughout the episode, you know something's going to change, sort of thing, later on. Like, she goes into a room as well, and I don't know whether it's like a reference just towards Wanda again, or if she has actually got a link there, but it looks like she's lost a child as well. Like, she goes into a child's room, and it's just completely left how the child would leave it, sort of thing. But then she obviously gets disturbed. So did she have a child as well, or is that just reference to like Wanda, where she's lost her children? That was really interesting. I wasn't too sure. It was like, is just a link, or is that actually what happened? I'm not too sure. I'll have to find out, sort of thing. And all throughout it, she's like got memory loss, and she can remember some things, but then not other things. Like, she's writing down stuff, and it's got all these like words, and a load of them have got like capital letters, and she has to write, or she's like writing on them, and it's like an anagram of the Darkhold. So there's so much there. Like, obviously something's not right, and she's trying to like figure out what it is, sort of thing. Like, we find out that the lad that broke into the house, when he gets arrested and he starts mumbling this thing, he's actually like another witch, and he's broke her free of the spell that she was finally under. It's like she goes to the morgue and she sees, well, first she doesn't see the body, but then she's like basically trying to like conjure it up in her head, and then she sees the body there, and it's like, right, okay, There's something's not right here. She sees it's Wanda Maximoff. The other agent's there as well, and is like, well, actually there's 2 Jane Does here. And then you see Agatha Harkness's name, and how she breaks free of that spell, and she's getting really hot, and she's taking all the clothes off. She's going through different phases of WandaVision, which was really cool to see. There's like, she had the like 80s workout sort of mom, Then it was like back to the, I think, 70s and stuff, where it was like the Sweet Housewife sort of thing. Then back to the grey and white bit, and then after the grey and white bit, she's finally free, but she's naked. And she's like going out to the other neighbours, which is quite good as well, because it looks like the whole cast of WandaVision, like all the neighbours and other people in there, it looks like they've come back as well, which is really cool. But it's all references as well. Oh, you've been like this, you've been living here for 3 years. How long ago did WandaVision come out? How long ago was like Multiverse of Madness as well happened in them 3 years and stuff? Honestly, so good. Really nice to all these different references to link up, which are really good. And the fight scene as well, after she broke free of her spell, obviously we find out it's like another witch, that the agent one was like a black heart witch. She comes to try and take Agatha out, but she can't do it. But I'd really like to see them two have a proper fight, because I think when they've both got their powers, I think that'd be a really cool fight to see. And obviously by the looks of it, she says, oh, I'm going to send them this way by sundown because you're weak, and they're coming for revenge, which was the Salem 7. Now had she explained it in this, and then how they look in the next episode, they look really cool. They look freaky as anything, but they look really cool now. So I'm looking forward to that. And then the second episode was like basically like her gathering her coven, like her Avengers, basically like her witch Avengers, which was really cool because obviously all these witches that she's going to gather now all need their not need their powers back, because they've got powers in their own way, but they want to be at full tilt. They want to be full power and fully restored, basically. And it was really good, like going around seeing these different people and all. And I need to have a look back through WandaVision, because this locket she's wearing, it's got a bit of hair in it. It just seems really powerful. It might just be like an aesthetic that keeps her as is, and it's like a part of her costume. But I want to know whose hair it is, because I need to go back to the WandaVision and have a look. But whose hair it is? Will it be really important, or is it just an aesthetic thing? I'm like, okay, that lot. And the effect as well, when she's trying to find out the lad's name, the teenager lad's name, the effect where his mouth gets sewn, and then the effect where he's getting his mouth sewn was really cool, and I really did enjoy that. That was really good. But why can't she hear his name? What is so important? Why is this lad such a mystery? Like, there's another bit down later in the episode that I'll talk about. Something's really suspicious. Something's really going on with him. I can't quite figure it out. So I'll have a look at that sort of thing. But yeah, how she goes through these different things, sort of thing, to find a different coin. So the first one she goes to is a clairvoyant one, which like tarot cards and like the crystal ball sort of thing. I think she's going to be really important because she can see into the future and she can like read things and stuff like that. So I really like her. She'll really like lippy and like, I'm not joining you because you're just one of the worst witches. That's going to be like hell to pay, sort of thing. So yeah, the first one to meet is a clairvoyant witch. Then they have a potions witch, and it all seems like as well these witches that they've got have not something wrong, but something's gone bad against them. Like the clairvoyant witch, she's been evicted, so obviously she needs money and power to have what she needs again, sort of thing. Have a base of operations, basically. The potions witch is being done for a lawsuit where like some of her products have like burnt people, and it's like needed skin grafts and stuff like that, sort of thing. And then the last one they find, well, not last one, but the next one they find is the protection witch. She's a mum's died on the witch's road, and her mum sang the best known version of the witch's ballad, sort of thing. And she just gets sacked because they obviously set her up and then trying to entice her to join the Coven, which is quite cool as well. But then all throughout it, I'm presuming it's supposed to be like the Salem 7. We have like a wolf, a crow, and a rat. Now it could be representing of the witches, or I'm not too sure yet. I can't quite figure that one out, sort of thing. But I don't know if it's the witch's representation or the Salem 7 witch's representation sort of thing. So I'm not 100% sure, that sort of thing. But then there's another bit as well where he's trying to tell his backstory and say where he's come from and stuff like that, but she can't hear him. She can hear everything else, but she can't hear him. Now, is this lad Billy, Wanda's kid? Because he's homosexual, he's got a boyfriend, he looks similar to what Billy would look like in the comics, as well as the Billy of a older age. So is it Billy? Or is it her kid? She's not really realised. I'm not too sure, but for me, everything that it points for me is Wanda's kid. Now that'd be really interesting, because it always seems like she's got a bit of Wanda with her. So that's really, really interesting to see in that lot. And obviously they all come back to her house. And I've seen like the rounds going as well, where she rips the sign down and the W for the welcome Coven doesn't really turn, but it's like it's there. And it looks a bit like an M. So people are saying, oh, is it that Mephisto? I can see where they're coming from, but I'm not too sure. I'd love to see Mephisto come into the series, and like I just have Mephisto as the overarching big bad for like the spellcrafty sort of side of things, like for Midnight Sun. It's like series or gathering or film or something like that, which is quite cool. I'm not too sure, so it's something we'll have to look at in further down the episodes. And I love the song, absolutely love the song. They do get a third, well, not witch, because I think she's just a normal person, but like they need an earth witch, basically like a green hands one. So that she goes next door basically and gets the little deer from there sort of thing. I don't think she's a witch, or she could be like a really, really like, not undercover, but what's the word? She might be like a really subdued witch. I can't think of the word, but yeah, I'm going with subdued. Yeah, where she's like, she doesn't realise she's a witch, but that's how she's so good at gardening and stuff like that. I do think though she'll be the first one to go, because she didn't know the witch's ballad, and she just looks really like, not weak, but yeah, there's something about her that she might surprise me, and she might actually be a witch in the end, but it's just something about her. I'm like, oh, I don't think you're going to last very long sort of thing. But the song as well, I love the song. Really, I've been like, down, down, do, 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 down the witch's roll. Honestly, it's so good. I've got it stuck in my head. Really, I've enjoyed it. But the look of the Salem 7 as well, they look freaky as anything, that lot, and they look so cool, like cloaked up, proper having that witchy sort of vibe. Really, really good. I'm really looking forward to that sort of thing. But I like how at first it was sort of like a trap for Agatha to piss them off basically, and really like antagonise them, and like, oh, it didn't work because you lot ain't no good sort of thing. And she wants them to blast the powers in, because she did reference to the clairvoyant to blasting her powers. If you don't blast the powers, you keep the power sort of thing. So that was really quite clever. But then all of a sudden the door's there, and they're like, oh crap, it worked. But at the same time, the teenage lads, like, they're gonna, oh, she calls her her familiar sort of thing, but the teenage lads upstairs trying to block everything up because the Salem 7 are trying to break in, but he comes piling down the stairs and like, oh right, Witch's Road's open, right, go. They all get in, they can hear the ruckus upstairs, and like one of the Salem witches are coming down the stairs like a spider, and it's like, I don't know if it's like stop motion or something like that, but it's like stuttering. So cool. But yeah, I'm in. I'm proper. I'm in now. It really has like got me. I'm looking forward to the next episodes now, sort of thing. It surprised me how much I did enjoy it. So yeah, I'm in. I'm in fully. But yes, that's the first 2 episodes review of Agatha All Along. If you liked everything, like, share and subscribe and all that jazz. As well, join our Discord for Project Assemble. We have a Discord now. It'll be in the chat and in the comments description, I think, below. Join that. We'll be talking. If you want, send some questions over there on us. We'll have always the updates of when everything goes live. So yeah, Thank you for joining us on another episode of Marvel Mad, and I will see you soon.